white bear with what color skin?
Did you see the emu? So what is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cross between a monkey and a bear.
Mama, look. Look. Look at the anaconda. Look at the yellow snake. Same thing. You like it? You can see it. It's good job, girl.
Hmm? They're eating. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah. Courtney.
Cheese. Ollie, look at me. Say cheese with the big way. Cheese. Look at you. Look how cute they are. Cheese. Say cheese. Lay down. I really want to be a pig.
Hả? Jellyfish? Vô duyên quá mà. Ghép phải đơn vậy. Đừng té nha con. Ủa, tới coi cha chú coi cha này. Jellyfish, down there. See? Đừng té nè.
We're just on the zebra tram.
name is Stephanie and I will be your driver today. This is a one-way trip. Once we get to Africa, everyone must exit the tram. Hang on, hang on. Okay, here we go.
Look, that looks so fun. Welcome to Africa. Matt. Hello.
Who needs a gym membership?
All right, welcome aboard the Mombasa Crystal, the Kenyan Cruise, or as I like to call it, the boat, because I can spell that. It's getting a little toasty. Everybody's looking like they've been here at the zoo a pretty long time, so I want to encourage you to enjoy this ride. Enjoy the breeze, as we're going to get a good one. My name is Kylie. I'll be your navigator and tour guide. Back there in the back is Captain Laura. We can all give her a wave. She's going to get us safely over to the other side, and all we ask is everyone to stay seated. All the way on the bench or on a lap. Just make sure it's a lap you know. And for the little ones, want to be mindful that the gap behind you is wide enough for you to fit through. So your little riders, you want to keep an eye on. Maybe sit them in a lap, or just make sure they're sitting up nice and tall. Any of those loose items you're holding on to, you want to hold on to them tightly, secure them if you can. We do have a gap on the bottom of the railing here, so if it hits the deck, it'll keep on rolling. If it lands in the water, just raise your hand. I'll raise mine, and we'll all wave goodbye. It's 30 feet deep, and I'm not scuba trained, so I can't go in after it. But I also want to advise you to stay off the railing itself, as we do get close to a lot of stuff out here on the lake. And because of the wind, we may bump around a bit. So we want to keep you safe by keeping you in your seat, keeping you off the railing, and holding on to all your loose items so that nothing rolls off into the water. If you happen to land in the water because you forgot rules number 1 and 2 about staying seated and staying inside, I've got a life ring up here with me. There's a couple of life rings along the side here. And then in the very back are the Coast Guard approved life jackets. So we have everything we need because we learned from one big boat that didn't have everything it needs, and we're all good now. I say that because we've been around as long as that boat has. All right, on this side of the lake, we're on the Missouri side, so if you see any giraffes or hippos, let me know. They're not supposed to be on this side. There's no zoo exhibits on this side, but I do have turtles. As we go around, you'll see a lot of the little tiny ones. Most of them you're going to see inside in the water and in the shoreline. It's getting to that point where it's getting shady on this side. They can't see the shadows of their predators, so they're not going to hang out in the shade. They're going to hang out in the sun, but they've also been hanging out in the sun all day. So they're going to start diving back in, getting ready for the evening. But turtles are not the only thing we have here. We've got those about 5 different species of turtle, red-eared slider being the most common. We've also got the alligator snapping turtle, little one on the log over there. We've got soft-shell turtles, and we've got the painted map turtles. But we also have other animal wildlife out here. This whole area that we're going to go past is actually part of a wildlife sanctuary. We got the land for this Africa area of our zoo in 1990 from Kansas City Parks. And when we opened Africa in 1995, we had to ensure Kansas City that we would leave some kind of conservation area or wildlife sanctuary for the animals currently living here to protect them from displacement. We didn't want any of those animals feeling like they had to move out just because we were moving in. So we got this entire area for that purpose, which means we have a lot of wildlife that hang out here. Not just your typical backyard animals. We do get a lot of cardinals, robins, but we also have the starlings and barn swallows that hang out on the boathouse over here. We've got blue herons that hang out on the lake down here. Yesterday, they were really showing out, flying all over the place. This morning, they were hanging out fishing. Haven't seen them in the rest of the day today, though. We have seen quite a few snakes today in the water. We've seen several copperheads. Don't worry, they didn't buy a boat ticket, so you're safe. They can't get on the boat now. We don't let them on unless they got a ticket. But as we go along, you'll also see evidence of the muskrat, as we do have those holes along the bank. Muskrats will build what we call an up-to, where they dig into the land and then up into the land. They're a nocturnal animal. We probably won't see the muskrat today, but they are semi-aquatic. They live mostly on land, but they do swim and can swim underwater for about 20 minutes. We're going to get ready to go through the bridge here, and again, as that wind is picking up, this is where I really need everybody in and off the rail and seated all the way down, because we are but a pontoon with an awning. And sometimes if you get just the wrong angle or if the wind catches us, we may ping pong through here. It's never too bad. Laura's been doing this for quite a while, so we're pretty good either way we get through here. But it is a 13-foot gap for a 12-foot boat. We had a smaller boat when we built the bridge, and we kind of forgot to measure when we bought the new one. All right, welcome to Africa. Shortest trip from Kansas City to Africa you'll ever take. Didn't have to take your passport, and you definitely didn't have to deal with customs, so you're welcome. We are looking at the plains exhibit, and I tell you what, around this time of the day, we never know what we're going to get when we come around the corner here. It's toward the end of the day here, and it's actually past closing to our animals. The majority of the week, we close at 4. Today we close at 5, and all of the animals are now standing, heading back toward the gate where they come in, where the keepers let them in because they get dinner as soon as they go inside. So most of our animals you're going to see standing at the fence like, where are you? Boo, bad joke. Okay, anyways. What we can see right now, straight out toward us, is those Adric gazelles. They look kind of like a toasted marshmallow colored goat. They have a very similar marking to the other antelope in this exhibit. Some of them are actually laying down behind the address there, behind that rock. Those are the scimitar horned oryx. The scimitar horned oryx, we've got about 25 to 30 females at a time that we keep on this side of the waterway. And then, they look very similar to the Adra gazelle, but they're much bigger, and their horn goes straight back versus the Adra, which has a very short horn with a little bit of curve to it. And we've got 2 East African crown cranes right here by the tree. Not the goose thing. That's the Canada goose that forgot to check out of the Airbnb. But those other birds, they've got the beautiful gray and yellow feathers with the red under their chin there. Those are the East African crown cranes. They do mate for life. And in the wild, they are one of the few crane species that actually nest up in trees. The majority of the birds, the crane species, will actually nest on the ground. Oh, I was hoping that was Tyra, but it's just a goose. Bummer. I had my hopes up because our ostrich, her name is Tyra, and this area here is just shallow enough that she'll come out and sit in the water for us. She did it about halfway through the day today, and I got excited because out of the corner of my eye I saw brown feathers, and it was a goose. But never fails. We'll see. We get excited when we see the animals doing something different, just like you guys do. When we've got the majority of our day out here on the water, looking at animals who are just kind of standing around, eating, maybe laying down, sunning themselves. It's always exciting for us too when we see them up and about and moving, or up close like Tyra was earlier today. There's another East African crown crane flapping its feathers down there. And our giraffes, you can tell, are back there by the gate, like I said earlier. They're one of the first ones to go inside because they have to duck under that bridge and walk through back to their barn. So we try and give them enough time to get through there. It does go low enough that they don't have to like duck. But it is kind of fun if you're coming in the morning and you're seeing them come out on exhibit and you're standing on the bridge when they do it. We've got 4 Maasai giraffe in total. There's 3 out on exhibit today. The oldest giraffe is Mahali. She's the grandmother of our youngest female. Excuse me, sir, we're coming that way. Yeah, you just stay over there. We're not going to hit you at the boat now. But Mahali is 29, or will be 29 this year, and I think for the most part our giraffes will come out when it's 70 degrees or warmer. But at 29 years old, I think Mahali checks the weather before she comes outside, and she gets a choice to come out if she wants to or not. So I think she spends most of her time in the barn. We're arriving here at the Hippo Dock. You've got some time to go see the Sky Safari platforms back there. You've got time to catch a ride. We've got our playground over here. You can play on a little bit more. Just stay seated till you get all ashore.
Zoo, but you said it's too sunny. Okay, Daddy's gonna see more animals and then we will go home, okay? It's called a stork. Okay. They have really long beaks and long skinny legs.
You notice the rhino is staring at us? Con rhino đang nhìn mình kìa mẹ. Em muốn vô ăn. Đây. Nè, phải đây. Why you hit me?
Everybody had fun today, correct?
See.
I hope. Everybody's looking kind of tired back there, so I think they usually mean fun. Hope you got a chance to see the giraffes as well today. Yeah, I've got a little trivia about giraffes. You guys want to hear? Well, you may or may not know this already. Sea iris, sea turtle. It's gonna be phenomenal once it gets up to full. Even if I bake it, we know it's
They're not opening for Labor Day. 2 weeks.
Labor Day is September.
Stephanie. Hope you have a good day. All right, thanks, folks. And here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Here today. I know it got a little bit warm, but anytime you're at the zoo, it's a good time to go. I hope you guys just have a good time outside. Give me a extra Tuesday we're going to get up here today. Do not exit the train until I tell you to do so. And then once you exit the train, please turn around and look at your seats. Make sure you have all of your belongings. Okay? If you leave your cell phone or car keys down, horrible. Okay?
And here, right exit.
Always thank you so much for riding with me.